WFM 91.7.
All right, a very beautiful afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, stay in tune to Women Radio WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Hopefully, you're having a very good Friday. And of course, you're getting ready to make good use of the weekend. All right, it's here. So whatever you do, endeavor that you try to rest. Your brain needs to rest. Your body needs to rest too. So try as much as you can to use this weekend to rest. All right, and spend time with family. It will definitely help you also to relax and take off all the stress for the week. All right, you're welcome to the big question. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaisar. Now, the big question is, it comes up every Mondays, Wednesday, and of course Fridays from 12:05, where we get to discuss and propose solutions to issues affecting us as a nation and as citizens. The big question comes to you, and of course, every Wednesdays, like I said, Fridays, and of course Mondays, and we definitely get to hear from you also. So you can listen and of course call in to send in your contributions to 07000 917 917, or do well to send us a message on the number 07031756537. All right, so today on the big questions, we will be talking about empowering youth with soft skills. All right, that's our topic for today, empowering youth with soft skills. And we'll be doing this today with Justina Emmanuel. Justina Emmanuel is a content writer. All right, that's what she is. So we'll be talking about soft skills today. How do we empower ourselves with soft skills in a world where unemployment is at the very highest we've had, and of course you have people who are finished school and are trying to get one or two things to do. And, sometimes your skills makes way for you. Now, we're not just talking about the hard skills that you should get that every employer is hoping to see from you, but your soft skills also matters a lot. All right. So what are you able to do? What's that extra thing that you can offer, even without, being employed to any particular organization or to anywhere? What's that particular thing that you can offer that the next person cannot offer? All right. So that's what we're looking at today with Justina Emmanuel, a content writer. All right, so we'll just head on to it, and we'll get to hear from her what content writing is about, and of course we'll get to also know how this has empowered her. We'll also get to understand how your soft skills will definitely get to empower you. You never can tell where you find yourself tomorrow. So many people are making money from their soft skills. All right, so it's not just enough now to have hard skills that your employers are looking for. It gives you an edge when there are some soft skills that you can actually apply to your job. All right, so once again, you're welcome to Big Question right here on Women Radio WFM 91.7. All right, so we'll just bring in our guest for today. Good afternoon, Justina.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
All right, you're very much welcome. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
All right. So like I said, Justina Emmanuel is a content writer. And of course, you can send in your questions, or rather you can send in your contributions to 07031756537. Or better still, you can call us up on 07000 917 917. All right, Justina, let's get on to it. Now, from what you do as a content writer, what would you say is soft skill? What would you describe as soft skills?
Okay, so I can describe the soft skills as a non-technical skills that actually describes how a person works and interacts with others in the society. And then soft skills also reflect our communication style and then work ethic and work styles too.
Okay. All right. So how different is this from having hard skills?
Okay, so actually hard skills is a bit different from the non-technical skills because its skills are actually what you acquire with communicating with others and interacting with others in the society.
Okay. All right, so let's look at how important it is to acquire skills, to acquire soft skills, not just any kind of skills now, but to acquire soft skills because our world is turning digital. Now you need soft skills in terms of communication, and to do a lot of other things. Now, how important is it to actually develop yourself in terms of having soft skills?
So, soft skills actually helps one to be financially stable, and aside being certificate conscious in a time or in a world whereby a person graduates and he or she is unable to get a job, having a soft skill will actually be an opportunity for one to be able to depend and rely on.
Okay. All right. Depend and rely on. Okay. So that means you can actually, your soft skills now can actually pay your bills. That's what you're saying.
Yes, exactly, ma.
All right. So now, how does this help in terms of empowering our youth? Because a lot of times we find those who have finished school, even those who have not even finished, are looking for maybe one job or the other to keep them going while in school or even after school. But that is actually that could become a very that could become very hard to get, especially in the times that we are in right now. So are you not saying that acquiring soft skill pays the bills? And then are you also saying that once you get those soft skills, you might just, that could actually just set you up for probably for life?
Okay, so it depends on the situation. If you have a job at hand, soft skill can actually be a side hustle.
Side hustle, okay.
Yes, that can add to your monthly income.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, how does this get to empower our youth then?
Okay, so the first thing is youth should actually find interest in acquiring their soft skills, because just like I said, the world we are in today, we can't depend on schooling alone or certificate alone, because certificate has actually failed a lot of people. And for a person who thinks after graduating he or she will get a job and neglect soft skills, might end up struggling to survive.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about your content writing. How long have you been doing this now?
Okay, so I've actually been writing since 2018, but I joined the media. I started posting my content in the media through 2020 thereabouts. Till date, yes.
Till date?
Yes.
So how did you get into that? Was it love for writing, or you just needed or you wanted to be part of the media? How did you get into that? And how did you know that you would actually be able to make money out of this?
Okay, so I first joined this writing industry because I discovered that I had talent in writing, and each time I write content, I get feedback that my contents are valuable, they are problem solving. So I picked up my pen. Since I saw that it's a problem solving stuff, so I had to I had to train myself, develop myself, grow myself into becoming the best writer that I want to be.
Okay. All right. So you had to take up that initiative to actually develop yourself. All right. That's a good one. Well, if you just tuned in, this is Women Radio, WFM 91.7, and this is the program, The Big Question. Today on The Big Question, we are talking about empowering youth through soft skills. All right. And doing this with me today is Justina Emmanuel, a content writer. And we're trying to understand how this works and, of course, how it gets to empower an individual. All right. Now, you've talked a lot about how you got into it and, of course, what soft skills. So, do you have a job that you do aside this?
Well, yes. Presently, I'm actually working in a school as an educator.
Okay.
Yes. So that is what I do aside this. Then I'm also into data vending. That is, I sell data, TV subscription, and electricity bills and all that. Everything about data vending. So that is what I do aside content writing.
All right, now comparing this soft skill that you have on content writing, which one pays more?
So I would say both pays, but the one that pays more is, actually content writers are millionaires in the making.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen content creators that are earning huge amount of money. Although I'm not joining this industry because of the money I will get, or because of but because I found interest in it.
You have passion for it.
Yes, I have passion for it. And people, even sometimes, whenever I refuse to write, more people will come and meet me that it's been a while I've read your content are so powerful and that. So with that feedback, I pick up my pen and start writing again. So content writing is actually a good skill that somebody should actually look into.
All right. So far, in content writing, what's your journey been like?
Okay, so my journey, well, it hasn't been so easy like that because I had to shuffle everything with offline and online activities, but in as much as I have the desire to become an exceptional writer, I had to groom myself. I had to attend both paid and free classes on content writing that will actually make me to be an exceptional writer, because I believe being the best in what a person does, it actually comes with a price. So I had to pay the price. Even till now, I'm still learning, I'm still unlearning, and I'm still relearning.
Okay. I like that. Thank you very much, Justina. This is Women Radio, WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. And if you're just joining us, this is the big question. All right. Program where we get to discuss and propose solutions to issues affecting us as a nation and as citizens. It is 20 minutes past 12 on the side of the radio. All right. So, and of course, we've been talking to Justina Emmanuel, a content writer. She's telling us all about soft skills and, of course, content writing. Now, what areas do you write on? Are there specific things you write on, or you just write all around, or probably based on what you're being asked to write on?
Okay, no, I don't write based on what I'm actually asked to write on, unless if I join a writing challenge or a competition whereby a draft is drafted that I have to follow the pattern of the draft. But personally, I write based on inspiration.
Okay.
I write on imagination. I write poems. I write both fiction and non-fiction. I write educative posts, educative content too, and sometimes entertaining content. So that is where my content lies on. I don't delve myself into writing on one particular aspect of writing actually, depending on the type of article I want to write and how I want to pass my message to my audience, that is my readers.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
All right. So tell us about the classes that are coming up.
Okay, so presently, I organized a class, writing class that will hold for 3 days, and it's starting today, Friday to Sunday precisely.
Okay.
Then the classes starts by 8 p.m. So the reason for putting on these classes is because there are a lot of people who find writing interesting, or they have the interest to write, but they don't know how. So I want to use this opportunity to teach as many people as are willing and are ready to learn all they need to know about content writing for the next 3 days. So after this 3 days class, there is also I'm also organizing a paid class, which I tagged as Unleash the Writer in You Master Class. So there you will learn all the pros and cons of writing effectively if you want to become an exceptional writer and all that.
Okay. So is this the first one you're organizing, or you've done it previously?
Okay. This is actually the first class I'm organizing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now what are some of the things that you might want to touch in these classes, so that maybe you might have one or two people who might be interested?
Okay, so I would like to talk about what content writing is all about, the steps to writing effectively, then the do's and don'ts of content writers, then I'll be talking about writer's block, because some writers experiences this writer's block a lot. They fall out of ideas, and because of that, they are not writing. So I'll be teaching how to solve this problem and how to overcome it, and also criticism. When you write and your content is being criticized, how do you emulate it, how do you embrace it, and how do you move on? So these are some of the things I'll be discussing in the class.
All right, and it's starting today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, for the next 3 days?
Exactly, ma'am.
So how do people get to join in this class?
Okay, there is a link that you can actually join through, or you can send a message to me on WhatsApp, which will be added immediately to the group.
Okay.
Yes, and my WhatsApp number is 09033898359. So you can send the message to the WhatsApp. Just type CTW, then I will add you up immediately.
All right. So for you, how do you get inspiration to write? Where does inspiration come from, or where do you pick inspiration from to write?
Okay, so I get my inspiration sometimes from daily activities, or daily happenings, things that have happened, or maybe things that majorly it's based on things that have happened to someone or to something, and I can just and also my inspiration comes from the gifts of nature. Okay. Sometimes I'm admiring the wonderful works of nature. Then from there I pick up a pen, start imagining, then I write down my imaginations.
All right, so after putting down all of this, do you just send them online, or where do you publish your write-ups?
Okay, so after putting down my imagination, I do send them or post them on my social media handles for people to read and get the message and also be blessed.
All right. So, and you said you've been doing this for how long?
I've been writing. I joined the writing industry since 2020. That is when I was visible online.
Okay. All right. Now, this soft skill you have, what are some of the good things that it has opened you to?
Okay, so one, I can say it has made me to become more popular because my friend name is AJ Wright, and sometimes even when I'm working, I hear AJ Wright, and it that joy when I'm called by that name, it shows that I didn't start off this soft skill. I might not be popular to that extent. So it has actually made me to be popular one bit, and yes, it has made me to earn some respect due to the way I structure my pen and all that.
Okay. And of course, it has opened you to a world of opportunities. Yeah?
Yes.
Right. So what are probably the bad sides to this? Because to everything, there's the good side and there's the bad side. Now, what will probably be the bad side to this?
Okay, so I don't really have, but I have, but I don't really take it as something very important like that, because sometimes as a writer, it is one of the things that we face.
Yeah.
But in as much as you have a goal that you want to achieve, definitely no matter what the setback or whatever might come in between, I keep on pushing and moving forward. So some of the things that I face, let me say, okay, one, financial resources, let me just say resources. Sometimes I remember before setting up these free classes, I wasn't having much funds, but I just had to, and then I'm having the bus for, let me just put it that way. Then I was like, it's not yet time, but I just got an inspiration that I just have to use what I have to get what I want. If I stay doing nothing, there might not be any financial freedom and all that. So writing, even when I don't have much, has also made me to, have this self-confidence that even if everything is not there at hand, I can start from somewhere, because the beginning might be small, but the latter might be big. Yes.
All right. So, no wonder the good book says, don't despise your little beginnings. All right. So, okay. So, all right. Now, while you are writing, now when you pick your pen to write, and then you write down your imaginations. Now, after putting it out there, what kind of reactions do you get from some of the things that you have put up that has actually propelled you to put up these classes out there and to want to share your knowledge? Because it has to be that people have seen this, people have seen your work and they react to it, and that's why you want to put your work out there. So, what kind of reactions and how did you take all of these reactions in?
Okay, so the reactions I actually got, majorly they are positive ones. And then I also have people who will come to my DM to say, I like the way you write. I don't know how to write, but I would love if you grow me. I would like to learn from you. Before setting up this class, I've had like 10 different people that have come to me that, okay, I should teach them how to write, that they want to learn how to write. Then I told them that, okay, I'll be organizing a free content writing class, and then you can learn from there, so that others as well who are in your shoe, who is in your shoe, can learn also.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you very much for being a part of the program today. We do appreciate having you on the program.
It's a pleasure, ma. Thank you very much for having me too. I'm really satisfied.
All right. Have a great day ahead and good luck on the classes you have coming up starting from today.
Thank you, ma.
All right, so that was Justina Emmanuel, content writer, and of course we got to speak about empowering youth through soft skills. All right, because at the end of the day, it's not just your hard skills that will pave way for you. Even your soft skills can pave way for you. You can add that up with the job that you do. You've heard from Justina; she is doing that alongside her job that she's doing, and it's out of passion for what she has. She loves to write, and she has turned that into something for herself. Now, what are you doing with that thing you love to do? What are you doing with that, all of those passions that you have within you? Go ahead and try it. You never can tell. That might just be what will set you up for life. Well, yeah, getting there might not be so smooth, but at least you have started something for yourself, and it will definitely pave way for you. You never can tell. You might just be, the next big thing through your soft skill. All right, so there are a lot of courses you can take. There are a lot of ways you can develop yourselves with the soft skills you need, because that might just be the edge that you need to just, push you up into your future. All right, so thank you very much for staying with us today and for listening to The Big Question. The Big Question is a program where we get to discuss and provide solutions to issues affecting us as a nation and as citizens. The Big Question is broadcast weekdays from 12:05. That's talking about Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right, so those are the days that we do have a big question. So a very big thank you to Justina Emmanuel for being with us today, a content writer, and she has her her content writing classes coming up starting from today on WhatsApp. All right, and of course on social media she's AJ Wright. That's EJE Wright. Okay, that's how you can find her on social media. So from there, I'm sure you will get information. And she is part of our Women Radio membership. All right, so we would love, of course, to have lots of women join in, and of course, we get to give you visibility for what you do, and this is a part of it. All right, so she is part of our women membership here at Women Radio. All right, so do want to stay with us right here. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaisar. Have a blessed day and enjoy the weekend ahead. Good afternoon.
WFM 91.7.